Hey y'all, it's the Calm Corner Show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get into it. Hey Soul Family, back again. I'm Erica, your favorite Astro homegirl. So this one's gonna be on Beyonce, guys. So welcome back for all of you guys that have been riding with me, and welcome for all of you guys that are new here. And for you guys that are new, I always do a little bit of the astrology first before I get down to business and get into the cards. That helps me help you, but it helps me. So let's get into it. We're gonna do B. We did Jay-Z, so if you get a chance, make sure you go on the channel, give it a chance, go ahead and check it out. And for Beyonce, we want to see what's going on with her. I've already done her, so I'm just want to look at the transits really quick. But I got questions, and I think y'all got questions too. Definitely current energy around her now, what's ahead, but definitely with the energy around her and her husband, as well as a few other people. I want to ask, and I think y'all want to know too. So let's do it. So we know that the queen, Miss Beyonce Knowles, is a Virgo sun. We know that. Her birthday is on September 4th. Okay, guys? She's a Virgo sun. She has a Scorpio moon. So that explains why she's very private, right? Very private about her business. Okay. The Scorpio energy is also ancestral. Rising is in Aries, okay? So she's beautiful. Of course, her midheaven is Capricorn. Again, what did I just do on them? But I think I wanted to do a reading on her, but I haven't had a chance. That's what it was. And congratulations on her billionaire, which I felt like she was already there anyway. But her midheaven is in Capricorn, career, house, and that definitely explains her billionaire status energy. We're gonna see what's going on and what's ahead. So the sun, of course, we know is in Aquarius right now. Okay, Aquarius is about groups, community, friends, that all of the good things, and for the world. So we can see all that business, of course, in front of the world, but more so groups, like, meaning, when I say groups, I mean like how Nikki's MAGA, or it could be Illuminati, it could be any type of group, really, but you get the gist of where I'm going with it. It could be a group of friends, it could be a company, but all of that. Moon is in Cancer, emotional, but today's full moon is in Leo, guys. This is just a transit. And Leo is all about celebrity. Let's hit the refresh. It did it. I was going to say, I know that's wrong. Moon is in Leo, baby. And, of course, they are celebrities and their business is coming out. Mercury, Venus is in Aquarius. Of course, communication about them. Her husband, of course, her husband having an issue. Well, I forgot they said her name was on the list. I'm not sure. And let me close that. Okay. And Mars will take action. Uranus and Taurus. It's been a powerhouse play for her to have Uranus and Taurus, Pluto is in Aquarius. Chiron. Interesting. And her rising sign is in Aries. So the wounded healer energy, and right now their identity, their reputation is not looking so well. So that definitely aligns with what's going on as well. And of course, Mercury is about communication, Venus love, and the allegations and so forth. Communication about him being grouped or tied to Epstein files. So yeah. and we talking about the industry. And isn't it interesting that tonight is Grammy night? I had a good idea, guys, to do y'all a whole bunch of readings yesterday, and then I just end up getting busy, and it's freezing. So I hope you guys are staying warm where you are and what part of the world you are in. And I had to help my mom. She's a Zeta, so I always go and set up for them, you know. So I'm back. So I'm gonna stay up late because I want to make sure that not only do I get you guys some readings out, because after we you see Beyonce, you guys should see Nikki come up. We're gonna do her, and then I'm gonna do Don Lemon, okay? And I'm gonna keep going down the line. But I'm gonna also at some point get you guys some full moon energy messages as well. So let's just get on into the messages. Just wanted to let y'all know what was going on. So let's get into this reading and see what's going on with Queen Bee. All right, so families, I put a few clips together. I think they're pretty interesting. I can tell you the reading was definitely quite interesting. So make sure you guys sound off in the comments. Can't wait to hear how you feel. If you are part of the 10 million that have walked away, or are y'all riding with your girl, Queen Bee? I love to hear, you know, y'all insights and any other feedback or any other, just let me know. Sound off. And also, shout out to Sloan Bella. And yep, she's a Leo just like me. All right, let's get into the messages, all family.
His bestie Russell Simmons and fled the country. I wonder if it had anything to do with the recent Epstein files, or is it something boiling within the Carter enterprise we haven't seen yet? Child, his time is up and he better get ready to join Diddy and R. Kelly in prison. Jay-Z took notes from his bestie Russell Simmons and fled.
Made a lot of the lie after we found out why Beyonce made a lot of the songs that she did and for what reasons. I'm not shocked one bit to find out that Jay-Z is allegedly listed in the Epstein files. I'ma just say Ep files. Yeah, they got me scared. Out of a long list of celebrities, I would bet every dollar that Jay-Z is definitely one of the people that is listed in one of these things, allegedly. I'm not sure if they have officially confirmed this or if they have released exactly what he was mentioned doing in these files, but all I know is that it's alleged that him and Pusha T was connected in some way when it comes to this. And after watching the Diddy documentary, nothing shocks me in Hollywood no more, especially not in their realm of people. Like, at this point, I think that this is obviously, we all know, way bigger than what we think. And it really makes you wonder how much Beyonce knows. A lot of y'all gonna hate to hear me say this, but the same way Nicki Minaj switched up, I'm just waiting for the day. Unfortunately, I am waiting for the day. I know it's coming. I think she's not gonna stand beside her man. He's already deep in. I'm sure Beyonce has some connections, allegedly, to this. I'm telling you, it really makes you wonder what really goes on behind closed doors. We all know there's been speculations with many things involving these two. Now that it's been allegedly, I gotta keep saying that, confirmed that his name was brought up, I'm telling y'all it's only a matter of time. Because if y'all really go down the rabbit hole and do y'all research on the meaning behind a lot of Beyonce songs, that y'all gonna find, trust me, it's gonna blow y'all mind. I didn't believe in myself until I really, again, went down the rabbit hole, and baby, he is no good. He ain't no better than Diddy, really. Just do a better job at hiding it. Y'all remember what Rihanna said? If she ain't signed no contract, allegedly she was gonna be getting thrown out of the 21st window in the building. Yes, you heard what I said, but hey, this is all allegedly. I'm just not surprised. I'm not gonna lie, after we found
Jay-Z and the Epstein files? Beyonce and her husband Jay-Z are currently the most unfollowed people all across social media, and their fans are turning on them. According to online claims, the final batch of Epstein documents were released, and Jay-Z is said to be mentioned in a few of those pages, with allegations that he was involved in serious wrongdoing. Following these claims, there was a rapid, high-profile unfollowing wave on social media, saying they no longer want to associate with him or with Beyonce. Reports suggested that celebrities and brands, including Rihanna, Kim Kardashian, and the NFL, have unfollowed him. Jay-Z and
the Barbs are having a field day with the whole Jay-Z being dropped in the Epstein files. You know, because we've been clocking that y'all really don't want to get into husbands the way y'all act like y'all want to get into husbands. But I just want to make this one point. Y'all can't separate Beyonce from Jay-Z, because Jay-Z is a big, and when I say big, I mean big part of Beyonce's brand since she went solo. She tied her brand and Jay-Z's brand together like this. So I don't want to hear no, oh, separate this and that. That's just her husband. No. So obviously
This is the synagogue of Satan. I do not go halfway with defending pedophiles. Goodbye. Are you out of your mind? I hate all of you. I think you guys are all a part of the same demonic entity. Your God is Satan. You guys are Baal worshippers. You will continue to kill and sacrifice children until you feel that demon rewards you. And I stand against
Candace,
you.
You're intense.
Yeah, this is how I feel about these people.
Intense.
They are satanic, right and left at the top. You guys are Baal worshippers. You will continue to kill and sacrifice children until you feel that demon rewards you.
The devil scares me.
This is the
3 years. So we are in 2024. This is whatever month this is. This is March, the beginning of 2024. So we are headed for the next 3 years, 25, 26, and 27, with the beginning initial stages of the knockdown when it comes to Jay-Z. He is not next in line, he is second to next in line because he's still attached to a hierarchy which encompasses financial, political, and just basically public. So he's not absolutely going to be taken down yet. The next 3 years, yes, there are steps where if he doesn't fall into line, he is going to be shaken up. Now, what I do see 3 years from now, him, his wife, and his kid, I see them with suitcases and I literally see them leaving. So their residence will no longer be in the United States. This is what I'm seeing. And this happens by 2027, if not sooner, 2025 through 2027. There is a leaving of the energy here and there is a flipping of his personality. So what I'm seeing is a complete shift in his personality. This is a greed level. I want fame, I want success, I want money. It's not just I'm a businessman. And he is using his queen, which is Queen Bee, Beyonce, to help him maneuver in that fashion. But it's interesting because what I see is the wax is melting on the candle. So that tells me something as I'm saying it. I'm seeing them melt like wax candles. So the facade that they both have and that their family has is actually crumbling right now. You will see it within 3 years. There are legal troubles for Jay-Z that come up in November and they come attached to another person, but not a person that you actually think, which would be P. Diddy spilling the beans as he gets dragged into court. No, it's not P. Diddy, it is somebody else. 3 years. So by 2027, Jay-Z and Beyonce kind of shifting in the next 3 years. So by 2027, they no longer wield the public power that you think they do, and they will have to approach you in a different way. Now, on an energetic level, what I'm being told about Jay-Z is that he has investments in all kinds of mind technology, aka Elon Musk. But I'm not sure it's through Elon Musk. It's in other countries, other kinds of capital venture towards the controlling of the human mindset. He has allowed portions of what he chooses to do in his life into a consciousness center where people can tap into being him. So it's almost a robotic stance where you yourself can put the goggles on and learn how to live Jay-Z's life. He's agreed to do this. So he's kind of a captive, but in a public form and has no cognitive or conscious awareness of this. That's a weird thing to say, but that's just the way, that's the energy I'm picking up on. No conscious awareness of what's going on around him. Also, keep in mind, they are very much, and here's what I'm getting. I am getting both Jay-Z and Beyonce because, see, he procures her out there. He is her handler, and he is the one that pushes her out there public, and then he profits off her. So we're looking at, and I don't care how much talent you think they have. I don't care how much talent you think they have. She was chosen for him. It is a karmic thing looking at their chart, but she was chosen for him in order to help him get where he needed to go. So she's the muse, but let's use this in a different way. Sometimes we use the word muse in the terms of profiteering off of it. He's very aware of entertainers, male and female, where he needs to go to keep his money coming in and what he's actually selling. Now, this connects him to R. Kelly. High level pimping and pandering for the music industry through the trafficking. My camera cut off when I said trafficking. Through the trafficking of human beings. Okay, so I'm going to put that out there in that fashion. You, me, them. We're going to start seeing through the veil when it comes to Jay-Z, and within 3 years, public favor is removed. Now, he's not the first one to go down behind P. Diddy, but he's a close second. So it's a combination that's coming after him. And when they take him down, they're going to take Beyonce down behind him. And it's going to start crumbling. Okay, so it's the next 3 years. On an energy level, what this is it is, understand, when you do occultist high level, and Jay-Z is a high level occultist, as is Beyonce, when you're involved in high level entity
somebody taking the Epstein files seriously. So 50 Cent enters the chat by saying he floats the idea of a documentary focusing on Jay-Z and the Epstein files. Cool, we need more of this. I've seen people in here arguing that Jay-Z could not have been involved in this. Under what circumstances? He was kicking it with Aaliyah back in the day when she was young as hell. Beyonce, young as hell. Homeboy's in his 30s kicking it with 16, 15, 17-year-olds, like weird. They say he's into weird shit. Obviously, he's in the Epstein docs. Like, come on, man. So thank you, 50 Cent, for again being the truth teller, putting these people on blast, giving them some type of accountability, and you know he's going to do the research and come with the straight facts. So I'm here for it. Thank you for doing God's work. It's about time somebody does it. And if the law is not going to hold him accountable, then we need to hold him accountable in the court of public opinion, which sometimes is worse. But these guys need both, in my opinion. What do y'all think?
Were rumored to be witches, and today we're talking about the queen bee herself, Beyonce. So I don't think that anyone needs to be an expert in witchcraft or the occult to recognize that Beyonce is deeply connected to spiritual practices. I'd even go as far as calling her a high-level practitioner. I believe the proper term is Ifa. Ifa is a spiritual system that originates from the Yoruba people that involves the worship of deities called orishas. Oshun is said to be one of the most powerful orishas, symbolizing fresh water, fertility, feminine power, beauty, abundance, and healing. Many compare Oshun to the Immaculate Conception in Catholicism, or the Shakti in Buddhism and Hinduism, and this is because she's often referred to as the mother of all things. And as you can see, Beyonce has been identifying with Oshun for years. You cannot tell me that all that yellow she wears is just a coincidence. Believers will often adorn themselves with colors like yellow and gold to channel Oshun's vibrant energy. And not only does she channel Oshun through what she wears, but she has also mentioned her by name in a couple of her songs. And let's not forget all of the symbolism that she includes in her music videos and performances. And like always, I just want to end this video by saying that this is not intended to be disrespectful. If this is your practice, I think it's beautiful, and I appreciate the rich culture and spiritual significance that it holds.
Alright, so family, so let's get into it. This one, you know, this our girl, Queen Bee, Beyonce. So let's see what's going on. Ooh, it's been a lot. I'm gonna tell y'all, and I haven't even gotten the clips together, so I'm going to say that today has been a lot. Okay? It's been so much coming out. They speaking over, matter of fact, I had already blessed the cards, but still, just let me count it for meditation, y'all. So, need to turn the volume down for just a sec, just for 1 second, okay? So, I'm sorry, what I was saying was, they say her comment section is in a shambles on social media. They spoke on her losing, I guess, over 10 million followers so far. And just a lot of people feeling a lot of different types of ways. So let's get into it, and definitely gonna start with her current energy first. And you know how we do. We just gonna get on down to it, and we gonna ask us, you know, about everything. I should have wrote a list down, but I think let's just get going. And like I said, I already blessed the card, so let's just do her current energy first, so we can just kind of move this out of the way. I hope y'all been doing good. Sorry, I done had so much going on. I always got so much going on. But this is important to me, and I enjoy doing this, and I'm grateful that y'all here too. So I want to just tell y'all, thank y'all for that, you know? It means a lot. I had to help my mom. She's a Zeta. Y'all don't know. Y'all know that, like, you know, the sorority. And she is, like, really up there and there, like, you know, with the... But I always help them out, and I go sit up for the ladies because, you know, they older. So I go to the chapter, and they had... I guess they're doing, like... I don't know how that goes for you guys, but new people, new ones coming in. And so I went, you know, I go sit up the chairs, the tablecloths, do whatever I can to help. So let's get into Miss B, Beyonce, okay? And I'm going to say this too, is a lot more coming out about Jay-Z too. I can't wait for y'all. Make sure y'all sound off in the comments and let me know what y'all thinking and feeling too. So let's do it. Okay, let's get into it. You know, she my Ifa sister, so it took me a little longer. Gotta say another prayer. You know, she is such... Y'all know Beyonce is a child of Oshun. My Ifa sister. I'm a child of Yemoja. They were very close in Ifa. Yes, they are. I'm gonna start with the astro cards too. I really like those. We're gonna pull a couple of them for her, and then we gonna start with how we normally do with the tarot. Beyonce. Let's see. Beyonce. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So, quite a few messages, huh? A lot of energy that goes hand in hand. That's interesting. So, definitely got Pisces. The mystic energy, of course. And Pisces is ruled by Neptune. And remember, guys, this is the industry. So, the issues right now that they're dealing with, the cards are dead on the money, right about the industry. But Pisces, guys, is the imaginative, compassionate, healing, empathetic, mystical, okay? Magical. There's magic involved in this thing all through it, okay? Adoring, allowing, dreamy, ethereal, enigmatic, spiritual. Like I said, it's a lot of spiritual work going on. I'm telling you, emotional, escapist, okay? Impractical, oceanic, self-pitying, and illogical. Also speaks of she could be very much so in her emotions right now, okay, guys? And this is just a compass before we even start the cards. And this aligns with, you know, the astrology, of course. Scorpio, okay? Powerhouse. This is about transformations that's happening in her life right now. What a huge transformation with her partner. Jay-Z going through this, right? I'm telling you, it's intense. And that's the energy, intense and passionate and secretive. A lot of secrets, guys. We know that, okay? It's carnal, it's sterile, it's obsessive, it's intimate, primal, lusty, deep, eternal, resourceful, mysterious, regenerative, okay? compulsive, destructive, and manipulative. A lot of manipulation going on. It could be manipulation in the headlines, manipulation between others, people, relationships, business, you know, on all levels, all right? Second house energy. This is about assets and money. You can't make it up. It's right here in the messages. Second house energy is the money, it's the OWO, guys, okay? Material world, possessions, finance. About her talents. We watching people unfollow, right? Because of their opinions and what they're thinking and how they're feeling about what's going on. The values, the solidity, the worthiness. It's about wardrobe and luxuries, credit scores, security, and aesthetics. What you look like, what's going on, what everything looks like right now that's going on around her, right? Square. And if anybody, you know, especially my astrology, challenges are here, and this is the deal. So here you go. We already got right here, right now, challenges, guys. Y'all see that? Creates tension, stalls, sounds the alarm. They said they already done packed their bags and moved out the country. That's what they're saying. Allegedly. Okay? It started off with him packing his bags. I'm not sure. Some are saying that her and the kids are still here. Or is some are saying they all are gone, okay? Motivates, pressures into, frustrates, demands, struggles. A lot of that happening right now, right? Reorients, hurts. Like I said, she could be hurt right now, really in her emotions, okay? This is about working out things too and reconciles, but challenges in it, right? Truth is in it. Gemini, all communication, all over the internet. That's all we hearing about. All the secrets, all the rumors, all the negative undertones, right? And all of this communication started with where they started with her husband, but because they are, it's interesting, Gemini twins are here, but because her and Jay-Z are technically two together, husband and wife is what we kind of can use the energy, but it's just communication, and it automatically goes over to Beyonce just because this is her husband, her partner, right? So curious, communicative, versatile, flexible, variety seeking, very social, collaborative, brilliant, perceptive, connected, vocal, adaptive, street smart. We know Jay-Z got that energy all day, right? Mobile, studious, superficial, restless, and fidgety. And that could be her energy. Hurt, sad, restless. Like I said, trying to figure out what to do, which way to roll. 11th house, on the edge, okay? And this is, they dealing with all these challenges and communication coming out. Their assets. Isn't that interesting that came out before we even get into the actual cards? Scorpio is about transformation and losses, endings, and through transformation, regenerative, new beginnings, right? Nikki spoke on, that dark energy and that Scorpio energy to bring in blessings for them through the industry. What, Pisces right here, right? When she did those tweets last night. That's why I said there was a lot going on. And once that happened, y'all, and I was like, wow, I kind of like took a break, because it was just so much happening at one time. It's been a vast, pretty much 24 to 48 hours with so much going on, really, and even over the weekend, past week, right? But this is about friendship groups, and this is what they're dealing with right now. Being ostracized, being shut out, okay? Maybe Jay-Z could be, at this moment, being taught lessons, okay? Group, creativity, community, humanity, hope, tribe, festivals, discoveries, you hear that? Common goals, startups, rebellion, experimentation, and the future, okay? So this all, and it's interesting, this is the last card that I just happened to be reading, but this really, really is going to what affect their future. Ain't that something? I love this deck. I'm going to make sure that I use it in y'all personals, okay? So let's get down to it. That was deep before we even get the ball rolling, right? Interesting. So let's do it. I hope y'all doing good. I'm gonna go right into Nikki after this, and I'm gonna tell you something. Once I hold on, let me do this. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. She has some things to say on it. Ooh. Okay. Feel just like that. We're gonna keep it. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Ooh. What a message, right? All right, let me pour this over. Move this over. It is so cold. I hope y'all staying warm. I had to make dinner. I just had a lot, but I got y'all. I'm coming. Hopefully by the time y'all wake up, it might be like, maybe Nikki will be up there. This will be Beyonce as well as Don Lemon. And after that, I'm going to start on y'all personals and we'll get right back to it because we got to do Erica Kirk and Candace Owens. Child, we got to do them, okay? But what I was saying was before I finish shuffling for Beyonce, Nikki is up next. So make sure that y'all, you know, got them bells on, okay? Ooh, okay. I see it. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Spirit. We got it. Let's unpack. Let's see what's going on with our girl. And y'all, before we even unpack the cards, I just want y'all to see the focal point. Check that out. When I say it's crazy, we started with Jay-Z, right? And if I can remember, his first card was that the world upside down. Well, this is kind of the same energy in a sense. Because of his world being upside down, hers is upside down too, and everything is off balance. When I say she over here, over there, resources, assets, all types of situations right now, it's like she just juggling, like what I'm gonna do, you know, in between her career and what's going on with her right now as an artist is Beyonce, right? That's interesting. Everything is just, it's like, you know, again with her, it's overcommitment. You know, she's constantly working. Just disorganization. Everything is just having to reroute, reprioritize, you know. Everything is off balance because of this situation. Her relationship, her life, everything, okay? Very overwhelmed right now. Her energy, very overwhelmed, okay? Ooh, child, it's heavy before we even start, right? Oh, there's some messages up in here, baby. And she comes in the damn reading as herself, okay? Let's talk about it, Queen Bee. What you got going on, baby? Okay, so let's unpack. And y'all know, give me just a second, because it's a lot of messages, you know, in just one for y'all, even for y'all that are new here, okay? Y'all that been rolling with me, y'all know how it go. And let me get a sip of my Alani. Y'all try these. These are all natural, okay? They sell them, I don't know, I'm in Georgia, but like Publix, Whole Foods, stuff like that, okay? They call Alani. And they all taste good. But when I tell you the one they put out for Christmas was delicious, okay? So let's talk about it. Because of his world being upside down, she coming in already, like I said, everything all fucked up for her right now. She is sitting stuck. You hear me? She just like, she feeling so just isolated. Damn near feeling sacrificed on a certain level. It comes in strong in the energy before we even start, right? She been sitting back, watching, looking, waiting, you know, analyzing, seeing, you know, what decisions do I need to make? She when I tell you it's a lot for her, she trying to figure out which way to go, the new perspective on how she gonna move forward, okay? It's like a phase of, this is a situation where she looking at things from a whole new perspective, like she's never viewed them before, right? It's heavy change here. You know, and also on some level for B, this is about release and surrender. So with all this right now, it's a pause in the energy. It also represents how the industry energy is somewhat putting them on hold, or putting Jay-Z on the chopping block as the sacrifice right now. And this is the way she feels about it, because it's in the messages right before we start, right? Like they being isolated or singled out. It's them now. You get it? We singled out. We being sacrificed at this time. But I'm going to tell you something. And while she's doing it, this energy of this Ace of Wands is about, and she's in this place of feeling all this, understanding what's going on, how she, you know, what situations they need to do, because they got a lot of shit going on, y'all. They got a lot of stuff. Remember that card said assets. So they, and let me just say this. It backs it up and solidifies it, because what is that? That's legacy. That's the assets. That's her money, her legacy is in reverse. This is what she is concerned about. Y'all see that? They sacrificing our family and our legacy. With that Ace of Wands, she had new projects in place that are ahead for this year. She got new things that she working on. And all of this has brought this stuff to a halt. A lot of what she got going on has immediately, the new beginning has been, you get what I'm saying? It's on pause. It's on pause. And in the energy of the pause, and all of this, in, you know, this, you know, all over the place, she is working hard to find the balance and what's the new direction she finna move in. How she gonna pivot? How she gonna move forward to save her legacy, save her family. It's in the messages. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna move. You know, are you gonna go? Am I gonna stay? Financial failure is right here. Her fleeting success is the Beehive. 10 million followers unfollowed, right? Fleeting resources. It's something in the energy of the money. Challenges. Just like the message said, in the middle of a whole fight for everything that she worked for what they worked for, right? Fighting for it, trying to maintain control. Let me tell you something. This y'all think Beyonce, she might be off in the cut, with the paws, but she is not sitting still, okay? She understands exactly what's happening right now. Yeah, she in her, her energy of her emotions and everything is upside down. But let me just say this. She in it for the fight, and she gonna fight for her legacy. It's a lot of spiritual work getting done right now. Y'all see that? That's everything she worked for. Look, she like, I'm gonna fight for it. Y'all see that? Look at that. The legacy is being challenged. And guess what? She is putting in that work. Do you hear me? She making some elbows and some sacrifices, baby, to save her legacy and her family, baby. She the Queen of Pentacles. This is her right here. Queen of Pentacles. Let me tell y'all something. And what's so significant, Soul Family, about it being beside this 7, right, of Pentacles. Even though this is represents, because you can see that man looking over everything that he worked for. This is a very significant for her, because Beyonce not only is a Virgo sun, but she's the Queen of Pentacles. And Virgo in the zodiac, guys, is the maiden. It's the witch. It's the only zodiac that's actually referred to a, like a woman. And witch, I'm going to say, like my chief always say, is not a derogatory word. It's actually what, the people always come up with stuff as far as over the years, and we think about it when you think about negative, derogatory terms and dark energy, but that's not witch. Witches, like he say, all women are witches because we give birth to things. That's a fact. Can't nobody do that but us, right? So it's not derogatory. It was made derogatory. And that's why I say that in regards to within the astrology and what it means. But I say that to say that this is her true energy. This is the witch. And she is doing earthly work, spiritual work, period. It's happening. She's standing on business, okay? Let me tell you something. Look at that. 7 of Swords. That's that switching up the strategy. Switching up the strategy. Deception is here, but this is about rethinking how she doing things, rethinking the approach, okay? And it's a lot of secrets. And this energy of this card can go one or two ways. So energy of secrets coming out, and also energy of secrets being kept. Okay? And it's crazy because even with y'all, look, this 7 of Swords, and you see how that man just running still. And this a whole swiping, what it say? What did thing say on Dora? Swiper, no swiping. But in reverse, this is Aquarius card, and we are what? In Aquarius season. Third deacon Aquarius energy, okay? This is about regaining control for her. This is about, mastery in that spiritual work. Okay? It's about choices. This is about responsibility. But it's also about secrets. So hold on to that word, secrets, okay? Okay, so I'm going to say this, guys, and it's interesting, and I pause because with the Six of Swords, you see how this is in reverse? So in this energy that I'm getting from the spread, right? Because Jay-Z being her husband, because of what's going on, the deception, the secrets, the things are being revealed. So it's a lot of stuff that's not being revealed, okay? Because it's definitely in the messages. But with that Six of Swords, Jay-Z gone. You see that? Because it's interesting. You see that man? Now, it looks like on the card, the woman and child. But what stands out to me is that eventually they will go, right? But for her, this represents her staying right here. She got unfinished business right here, right now, that she got to deal with in regards to her, family and her legacy and what they represent. So decisions have to be made. I'm going to say something. Also in the energy of that hangman, her and Jay-Z could be separated right now. Clearly, because he done, like they say, he got up out the country. Look at the water and the lakes and the land and the boat. So that means that he out the country, baby. He don't went across the pond. He overseas, but he is not in these states around these parts, okay? Strategy. When I say they made the decisions and the strategy got switched up, he out of there. They will follow soon, but I'm interested. We ain't asked about their relationship yet, but this can represent them being separated, and not just because he left, right? It's when I tell you, she going through it right now. Y'all see that? And it's interesting because this is about like deep-seated fears. Again, a lot of secrets, okay? This is about her. She got a lot of inner turmoil right now, guys. It's a lot of stress. She just trying to find hope in the situation at this moment. Reaching out to her tribe, like her trusted ones right now. A lot of energy. The reason why I pause is like her energy is like suffering. Like she is like, ugh. Yeah, Beyonce. A lot of stress, y'all. Thinking about her family, thinking about all what she worked for, her legacy, her identity, who she is defined as herself, not just her and her husband, right? Trying to, mother the children too. Queen of Pentacles. Switching up the strategy. Look at this conflict and the fight, right? That's why I pause. We in Aquarius season, and this Three of Pentacles is, you know, teamwork, collaboration, energy. And this is the group or the teamwork that collaborated to bring this conflict, to bring this fight. And this energy with what's going on with Jay-Z that has pretty much, you know, carried over into her, right? It's about a lot of disagreements. You know, this is about competition. You know, energy that he took, how he feels about how he's handled certain this is business, handle business. Also in the past is winning at all costs, right? This is about bullying. People feeling like they, you know, theft, like they've been taken advantage of. Abusive relationships in the energy. Keep in mind, you know, that Nikki, you know, this is her energy. You know, also, she went and took her stance on the group that she chose, right? Group, collaboration, MAGA, that brought this conflict. It's right here in the messages. Conflict right on time in first Deacon Aquarius energy in this Five of Swords. And right now they in a whole fight. It's true. Nikki went to that internet last night and said a whole lot of things about Jay-Z. That's deep. Bringing strife and loss to her family, right? Damn. See, it's crazy because the energy is all the same, right? You got and I'm gonna tell you something. She working too within her group. To bring some changes to help her situation, right? It's still about going ahead, going abroad, right? But it's conflict here in the energy. But she making preparation. And this is about overseas opportunities. I'm going to tell you, you know, remember how I was like, it's interesting when you got these messages, it's about switching up the strategy. And I said something about him with his back turned is the energy that's representing Jay-Z. Jay-Z is gone, okay? The strategy is being switched up because at some point the conflict is here, but it's still about going expansion, moving forward, getting up out of this country, going on overseas, right? She making a decision to stay because with this Five of Pentacles, this is about recovery, right? Recovery from financial loss. So Jay-Z may be gone, but something about Beyonce is still present because she got to hold on and figure out their legacies, right? All what she worked for. Let's be clear. She came up in her own energy, right? And she willing to stand on business about it. So for right now, she's making the decision to do everything she can do right now to recover, to figure out which way to move and which way to go. This woman right here is making some huge decisions. So let's see what's the energy with her and Jay-Z, right? Oh, that's a lot. And that's just current energy, right? Damn. I hope y'all doing good. Let's see too, because I know y'all got some questions when it comes to her. So let's ask right now. Let's ask the energy around her and Jay-Z. Then we'll get to all the other people like Nicki, and it's quite a few. So let's see. Let's see. Wow. Beyonce and Jay-Z. Let's see, guys. Make this wow, few, let's take it. Okay. All right. Ooh. Energy around me. Jay-Z. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. All right, let's talk about it. And it's crazy because similar message, and remember, it was about their legacy, all they work for, spiritual work. But we right back at the Eight of Pentacles. This is about work, okay? This is about, I'm telling you, her current situation. I think she's off tour, but work, because we in the new year. She got new projects that were set up, a lot of things, right? Let's unpack a lot of the same messages. So this is backing up whether they together or not, and it's all in the messages, okay? Wow, wow. And that fell out first. Did y'all catch that? So I just go ahead, these two right here, and just let them, you know, let the cards fall where they may. The messages are the messages, guys. Wow. The sun sheds light on things. First card out the deck, baby. The sun ain't shining over there at the Carter household, okay? It's not happening at all. You know, this is a sad time for them. Remember, I said in the messages, even with that Pisces energy, the first thing about the cards came in like a sadness energy, you know? A sorrow energy. This is about sadness. And light being shined on them being separated. You got the hangman right here again. Not getting along. Like I said, a lot of sadness, a lot of frustration. As far as this goes, they separated. But it's still decisions that have to be made because this is a marriage, guys, / business with that 3 of Pentacles. Her business is his business, her business. Whichever way you want to look at it. Yeah, she does have her own. She is Beyonce. But again, they making up decisions right now. How they gonna move forward? You know? Because it looks like they already separated. Allegedly based on the cards. And some more about this gonna come out because the sun shine light on things. So again, remember in her first set of cards before we got into this, around their energy, secrets. So a lot of secrets are not only being kept and held in, but this is a situation where a lot of secrets can also be revealed in regards to them and how he treats her. And based on that, with this Knight of Wands in reverse, it's not good. So we could hear some things like that too about, you know, their relationship and their marriage, allegedly, okay? The reason why I say that, guys, look, you got the 8 of Swords right here. It's about being held, you know, victim to some things, you know? See that, guys? But I can tell you that in this process, that's what's happening. It's almost like it's pushing for things to, with no choice, decisions being made, right? With everything being off kilter. This could be a situation where on some level she can be, you know, held kind of like isolated or victimized in a sense. But this is about self-victimization as well, okay? And when you see it also in the energy of it being in reverse, this is about Beyonce herself awakening to some things, okay? Starting to see some new perspectives. Remember that 7 of Swords was about switching up the, you know, the strategy, reorganizing some things. So also in the energy, it just came, you know, to my Ori. Some decisions she making he don't even know about. Her switching up the strategy and doing some things, gonna be some things that he don't even know, her own personal plans, right? It's in the messages. So she reprioritizing. Look, with coming in with some clarity and some thoughts, new perspective, new decisions, because she finna move forward, okay? About what's happening with her money, her legacy, her foundation, everything she worked for, right? She's switching it up. You hear me? She's switching it up and she working on some things. Look at that. Doing it secretively. Doing it silently. You see that, Hermit? The moon is here. Secrets are a thing here in this reading. Secrets being kept in. I'm talking about deep-seated secrets. This is the dark side of wealth when it's in reverse. Let's be clear. A lot of illusions. Heavily needing to pay attention to her dreams and her intuition right now. She got a lot of anxiety, allegedly, and a lot of fear going on. But even in the midst of this, I'm telling you, it's some things about Beyonce, y'all, where she done had premonitions. You know, she intuitive. Don't forget, she has the Scorpio moon. You know, in a subconscious state, she might could have had a good smoke, but whatever it is, she is in a place where she is, you know, going within and how she pivoting. And the decisions that she make and the things that she working on, Jay-Z don't even know. Secrets gonna be revealed, but it's a lot of secrets under the surface. Look. See that? But the moon shines light on things, guys, okay? So right now, we gonna see is, we know Beyonce is, this is her energy. This is the Virgo card, the Hermit. Baby, she is in, you know, off to the side in isolation in her energy, okay? Figuring out how to find her way out of this shit, period. Point blank, okay? Same energy, making decisions about her, you know, look at that. She gonna choose her. Remember, this person is by themselves, this person is by themselves. This is also the energy again that backs up that her and Jay-Z ain't together. As far as meaning they may live in the same house, but on some level, they already separated. You have two cards here, the Hangman and the Hermit, that solidifies that. And look at that. Home. Upside down, but the marriage. Home is here, but the marriage is this partnership between her and Jay-Z done, you know, it's upside down. Misalignment of values between the two of them. Detachment has been going on. Like I said, y'all, Beyonce been doing a lot of suffering under the surface. Look, the messages are here. And all this been going on in her home. Y'all see that? And look, messages came out during what? The Grammys, a celebration yesterday. Secrets. Nicki spewing it. But it's affected her home. His dishonesty, his decisions. His bad choices has shaken up the home foundation. So as far as they are right now, it don't even look like they was together before we even did the, you know, to see what decisions. Because regardless of whether they together or apart as in separated and we don't know, they still got decisions to make on their family, on their legacy, right? So let's ask the energy around how she feel about Nicki Minaj, honey. Okay? And we damn sure gotta ask about, we got a lot. Let's ask. We already at 51 minutes. Okay. Let's get into her energy now about how she feel about what Nicki has done. I'm trying to, because we doing each one. So since we on Beyonce right now, I'll bring it back up with other questions I got when we do Nicki next, okay? Because it'll kind of, you know. So let's kind of stick to this. So let's ask now about the energy around how she feels about the heat that Nicki has brought to her family for them to basically fail, you know, at the end of the day. Nikki is bringing the heat to them. It's crazy. All of it. Wow. Let's see how Beyonce talking about. She feeling about good. Thank you. Wow. Sideways, right? All three, damn. That's crazy. She mad as hell too. Hold on, let me let y'all. That's crazy. Ooh, that's deep. If y'all see these cards, oh my God. Okay, and it's crazy, y'all. I ain't never did a spread where all the cards fall out like that, sideways. For me, it's the energy of 1 foot in, 1 foot out, right? And it's crazy because look at the focal point card. That 7 of Swords comes right back out. And the energy is about straightening the record, okay? She just feel like confessions. This is the energy of getting caught. This is the energy of coming clean. This is the energy of, you know, like I said, the confessions of it all. But judgment. Judgment. This is about karmic lessons, guys. She feel away. She like, bitch, your judgment. But then the reason why it's sideways is because we don't know the part that her husband played, right? So it's about balancing the scales. Because remember, the focal point is about straightening the record. But judgment brought upon loss. This is the 5 of Cups. She like, you brought loss to my household, loss to my family. It's about sadness and grief. But at the same time, it's about change. And you brought it to her husband, the King of Coins. This means you brought a wrath to, you know, a loss to my household, to my family. This loyalty is the energy she feel. Miserable energy towards him. But feeling also like, you know, Jay-Z didn't do right. Remember, judgment is here. So this is, you know, Nikki energy of, he slighted me. King of Coins, he owed me money. But it's also about karma. So in how they handled each other. Remember, judgment is here. And when I say handled each other, how Jay-Z and Nikki handled business, right? The Tower. You brought a tower on my family, bitch. Bankruptcy. Revelations. A sudden upheaval on my family. You destroyed the legacy we got. But this is about divorce. So this is a reckoning coming. A reckoning is here in regards to this. That's how Beyonce feel. Revelations are here. It's a reckoning. And remember that Ace of Swords was there. That Ace of Wands is there. She's making new moves and new decisions. And we going to see something where she going to make a move within the next month or with the, like we said, the next new moon, so that's in a few weeks. She making some changes right now. A change in direction, okay? She finna do a whole new cycle. We finna watch her pivot. A reckoning is here, but she gonna find, how they say, a ram in the bush. Now, I don't know why I just said that, because remember, spiritual work was there. Maybe the ram might be something that's gonna help her. But she feel like on a level with Nikki, seriously, yeah, it was sneaky, yeah, it's shady, yeah, it's fucked up. But at the same time, it's a lot of things that we don't know and we don't see. It's one foot in, one foot out, because she also understands her partner and how he move and the things that's going on with them. So she understands the angle, but she don't like it. She don't like it. Nikki need to be careful. A reckoning. Tower. And look, we in a full moon. She doing hella work. And this is the time to put that work in at the top of the month for certain situations. That's why she came out as herself, Queen of Pentacles. Let's ask, Kelly. They said Kelly unfollowed Jay-Z today. Let's see. This is a 3-card pull on her. And Kelly's birthday either is ahead or about to happen. Oh yeah, she got the same birthday as my sister, I think. 2/11. Aquarius, happy birthday, y'all, Aquas. My beautiful Aquas. Oh, they got some messages. Them some sisters, ain't they? Look, I'm gonna let that sit that way. One thing about them two, they gonna ride it out, baby. Look. She got her back. That's her sister. There go that 7 of coins again. They gonna ride it out with each other. And this is about she like, sister, I got you even under the darkest of circumstances. So it's a, remember we saw that 7 of swords in reverse twice. It's about switching up the strategy. Remember, it's quick decisions being made, right? Even if they already been separated, the energy speaks to, you know, her rerouting, rebranding, so many things, you know. With the moon there, it's a lot of secrets involved. So it's a pivot that's about to happen where she can spin this to work in her favor, okay? It's in the messages with this 9 of Cups right here, you know, about wish fulfillment and overcoming despair of this loss. And they are moving fast. She got her back. Wherever Beyonce is right now, Kelly, I don't know if they on the road or they're still on this. I'm not sure about the tour, but she got her sister back. It's in the messages, right? That is so sweet. She got her back through this heavy load, this brink of collapse. So whatever Kelly did, that came from Beyonce, baby, with the decisions that are being made. And let me say that with that moon, we're going to start to see some things transpire and see why they unfollowed. Again, more news, more messages coming out, especially with the secrets coming out so heavily as they did, as well as secrets already been coming out all day, but it's more to come. It's more to come, guys, okay? And it's a lot of secrets that are also being held within, right? Let's ask about, so we asked about Kelly. We asked about her and Jay. We asked about her current situation. We need to ask, how is this going to affect her, right? But I'm trying to think of, is somebody else are we leaving out that we need to ask about in regards? Because we asked about her and Nikki right now. She don't like this shit, but she also understands, excuse me for cussing too, y'all. She understands why things are happening, but at the same time, she don't, you know what I'm saying? She don't like no parts of that, right? Let's ask what's ahead for her, right? So, let's see. You know, will she be okay? Let's see what's to come for her. We need to know, child. That's a lot. What is ahead for Beyonce? We needed to ask, did she have anything to do with, I don't know, because they said both their names, I think. What did they have for B? Let's see. We had an hour too, y'all, so let me see what's ahead for Beyonce. Spirit came right out as herself, ain't that something? What's ahead for her, Spirit? Ahead for her. Ooh, that's a lot. Let's slide it this way. What is ahead? Okay. Be okay. A lot of messages, right? Lots. She got a full spread for what's ahead, right? Okay. All right. We got a lot of timing cards, so let's unpack. And I'm gonna just say this right before we get going into what's ahead for her. We already know a time, and we got a lunar eclipse. We got the eclipse coming in this month on the 17th. And again, Beyonce, like I said, it's an energy of frustration, anger, you know, a lot of deep sadness and grief. And I'm going to even say, you know, some kind of ways to calm your nerves. Like she could be smoking some weed allegedly, you know, things like that, having her a cocktail so she can get through this thing. And the cuss words is the energy I'm feeling her. It's like she's like, I gotta get through this shit. You know, this is a lot. You know, she's dealing with a lot, guys, of course, right? But this is about a deep emotional cleanse. So time and energy right now is strong for 3 months with her, okay? Subconscious reveal. So those deep-seated secrets, some of these things with that moon card was in her messages gonna be coming out, right? But in her personal energy, remember we in a 1 year, this universal year is about self. So this is pushing a personal transformation even in her, just for, remember, personally her, one, right? So 90 days, things are happening now, all these situations are all over the place, a lot of chaos, but she'll be able to start seeing things more clearly ahead, okay? Again, a lot of spiritual work is being done. With this energy, it's about divine aid. Remember, eclipse is about endings. and endings bring new beginnings, okay? So this is a pivotal time for her, period, in her life, right? Divine aid, divine, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, spiritual work coming in to help her. Remember, we said, is she gonna be okay? Is she gonna be okay? Interesting, focal card coming right out the gate, right? Coming right out. She got a lot of, messages of timing too. And the moon continues to come out. She got a lot of the similar messages, right? Wow. So, she's cold-blooded. We said what's ahead for Beyonce. This is her messages. With my own shoes, sister is strong. Divine aid is here. She making some hella decisions right now, coming in strong as herself, y'all. Look at that. Queen of coins, Queen of coins, Queen of pentacles, okay? She getting organized right now. She getting grounded. She put some spiritual work in the ground. She in her Virgo energy, detailed. Again, going within. That isolation that we're seeing from her, this break, she paying attention to everything that's going on. But again, she retreating and she recalibrating. This, listen. You see that? Subconscious revealed on so many levels. She gonna have a lot of, messages maybe coming through on her dreams. Neptune, Pisces was here. That's what it's all about. She gonna be coming in hot. Like I said, isolation. But this is about seizing the moment, right? She ain't happy. She when I say, that's why I said I was cussing, right? The Knight of Swords is here. That's the energy she in. That's why. She in isolation, but she pissed. And her and Jay-Z, they going at it right now. Here he go. And he always come up as the emperor. And he in reverse. Lack of control. You brought all this shit and brought us everything just out of control. Excessive control. Excessive control. Dark to light. Look, in a few days, some about to jump off, y'all. Here, I can't make it up. Even in the next few days, possibly, allegedly. Okay? Something can come out about their money, their finances, them as a family. But this is about their legacy. They done got the 10 of coins in almost every single spread ahead, right? This is about contracts. And remember, I just heard Jay-Z voice. Nobody wins when the family feuds. And with that Knight of Swords in between this Queen of Coins and this Emperor, and this 10 of Coins being in reverse, this is about the family feuding right now. They got major, major money concerns and major, major financial loss. But in the midst of it, financial gains can happen. The moon is significant ahead for them this year. Subconscious. I can't make it up. That is a going thing between secrets and subconscious throughout her whole messages. It's some misconceptions on some things that's going to be revealed. And through all the uncertainty and deception that's going on, it's instability right now, a lot of anxiety. Here it is again. She got the same message of that Nine of Swords. That anxiety is here. It's some illusions, guys. It's some things that are hidden and deep secrets that won't be revealed and that aren't seen, but it is some things that will be revealed. Remember, it was a 1 foot in, 1 foot out when those cards lined up, even in judgment, right? Like yes and no. You know, a lot of regret, a lot of emotional baggage, you know, unresolved issues. Jay-Z having a lot of guilt. A lot of regret, y'all. But believe it or not, the Seven of Cups is here. So clarity of thought and a lot of focus, okay? Making clear choices and concrete decisions. And the Seven of Cups means she got a lot of options in which way she gonna move forward and make some decisions, okay? But through all of this stress, the anxiety, you know, the deception, she gonna have a breakthrough. Clarity of thought, right? This year, and even just in the energy, okay? She can experience some situations, like we said, we're seeing the loss of the 10 million fans. So that's the dissatisfaction of the fans, right? People being reluctant and weary about if they're going to still be a supporter or a part of the Beehive. This is the energy of how her fans, look how that little girl thinking, ain't that cute? Everybody like, am I going to fool with her or not? And it's interesting because you got some people who gonna roll it out with B. They gonna hang on for the ride. And then you got some who, it's gonna be a challenge for them. They either gonna, keep it moving, and you got some people who have fallen off, they'll come back. It's about licking your wounds, right? Some people, gone, lost cause. But for the most part, even some that lost, they'll still make a decision, This is what she's dealing with right now, the challenges, the external forces, the powers that be, right? That brought this cycle of closure. And I say Jay-Z got that. This is about the Wheel of Fortune. That world is upside down right now. This is the year and the energy of reckoning for them. Remember the card said a reckoning, karmic lessons, okay? It's about a turning point. It's a big push. This is a cycle that this has already been in the making, okay? External forces. Things been mustering up for a minute. And remember, it's interesting that we in a 2-2 portal because this is the, first portal of the new year, which means that this is a pivotal time in a true card through and through because this is the closing of a cycle. And the true closing of a 9-year cycle today. Because what is it? The Chinese New Year speaks to the next week, I think, or within the next 7 or 14 days, and we go into the year of the horse. Fresh starts, new beginnings, those aces that we saw. So this is her turning point, and this is her conflict and her loss. But it's pushing her to change it up. She at this turning point. She gonna be doing things, differently. She's shifting the energy. A lot of unexpected surprises ahead. So y'all, put your seatbelt on and get along for the ride. A wheel got to keep turning, whether it's going up or down, backwards or forwards, right? But she about to change it up. And we saw a lot of the pivot in the messages, right? And this just backs it up because Page of Wands is about news of action. She gonna be taking action into a whole new beginning. And so basically for Beyonce, this is about, it looks as though they already separated allegedly. But based on her life, her business, and what they built and what she's also built on her own, Queen of Coins, baby, she finna get in here and she pivoting and making some changes. So we're gonna hear news, and it's gonna be quick. We're gonna hear news in the next few days, the next 3 months, as well as she had another timing card. But the bottom line is she's gonna move forward into a whole, she finna make pivots. She finna work on seizing opportunities, and some of this stuff is gonna be unknown to her. True new beginnings and fresh starts. But this is a situation that she don't even have an option. A lot of spiritual work getting done right now to change the outcome so she can go ahead and move forward to her new beginnings. So we gonna see her do something different. She finna pivot. And we gonna hear some news like in this energy of, maybe they separated, maybe they divorcing. And I'm gonna say something, Three of Pentacles is, even though it's a marriage, it's still a business, right? So in their marriage and in their business, decisions have to be made. And so we're going to see some changes and something really, really different, for Beyonce. Okay? Prayers up to her. We definitely can come back and check in. But right now, they going through it. And she's going through it. I can't really think of anybody else, so let's get into the messages. We already been here an hour and 20 minutes, so, and not that we on a time limit, but I be wanting y'all know I'm gonna ride with me. Y'all know I'm gonna pull these cards. We gotta get down to some messages, okay? Let me put that up. Let's pull the messy cards. Let's get into it. Oh, we didn't ask one thing about that lady, Kathy White, right? So let's ask real quick. We'll do a 3 card. Because I know a lot of people had questions about that. So let's see. Hell, we already been here 120. We gonna do it. Three card pull on that. Let's see. Since we here, we might as well ask, right? Bless me. Ooh, messages. Y'all see that? I just sneezed all of a sudden. 1 to 3. Okay. She paying attention though. She see everything that's going on, okay? Thank you, Spirit. Let me see something. That's interesting. Hold on. Some energy around that, y'all. I ain't gonna even hold you. Whoa. Wasn't that girl a mother or something? I ain't supposed to have a child? I don't know, but it's right here in the messages, because it's even in the picture in the 7 of coins, okay? I asked if she had something. She came right out with Queen of Coins. I asked about Jay-Z too. But justice is here. It's in the messages. It's about consequences and karmic lessons. Ooh. Fairness and balance. I'm pausing. I'm sorry, but you know, there's some energy around that, y'all. Coercion. And not learning from the past mistakes. Because this was a third party friction between, you know, her, Jay-Z, and this woman, right? There's some energy around that one, soul family. Allegedly, okay? Wow. Don't be messing with my cards. You know I'll get your little butt. Y'all see my baby? My Epica baby. I love you, boy. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's get into the messy cards and see what comes up, y'all. That was deep. Wow. Okay. I don't think nothing surprised me no more. Right, y'all? We gotta get those C cards. Okay. Let's do it. Wow. I hope y'all doing good. We finna close it out. Oh, we already been here an hour and a half, soul family. Let's do it, because I still gotta get some clips for us, okay? Okay, let's see it. And we gonna ride on out. I'm glad y'all wrote it out with me. Let's get some messages, because you know I want to see these. And I got questions when it comes to this situation, right? So let's see. Wow. Been very interesting. Let's see. Beyonce, baby. I'll keep it. Thank you, Spirit. Oop, thank you, Spirit. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Ooh, hold on. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna take this back, okay? And here we go. Let's do like another shuffle. And we're gonna do the next bit. There we go. Okay. Okay. Beyonce. Okay. Ooh, they got some messages, don't they? Alright, we're gonna take it. I'm gonna leave it like that, okay? So y'all can see it. Okay, so that's that one. We'll just do a few. Then I'll do that what lies beneath, because we need to know that, don't we? Damn, no, still, I'll do it in a second. It's funny, y'all, how I feel, right? And I'm going to hold the card to where it stopped before it jumped down. And the one that it was on is right there at the top. So I'm going to just pick that one up and leave the whole thing the way it is, okay? So let's see what we got here. All right. Oh. We'll just take that one because of the way it is. So I was going to say, what happened? Yeah. All right. Thank you, Spirit. That's it for this one. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take that one message that was right there, and I can leave the deck thing on. Where am I getting it all up? Oh yes, I did. Okay, that's the one that it was on though. Okay, and I'm gonna laugh because that's right. That kind of goes with their messages too, the way that feel. So here's our messages, and we will do this last one, and let's get into these messages with them. Okay. They got quite a few messages. Oh my God. But I mean, at the end of the day, what else do we expect? They got a lot going on, right? An extreme whole lot. It's like that world got shook up upside down in less than 24 hours, right? Okay. There we go. All right. So we got that. And you know what? I won't do this one, but I will do a couple of these. And we'll get on out of here. Because this is the one I felt like more, you know, when it came to them. All right. And I'm going to just do it like this. Spirit. There we go. So here we go. Let's just do one for Jay-Z. There we go. We got it. Okay. Okay. Let's get into these messages, all family. Okay. So you know I'm going to start with my teacups first, right? And it's funny because They got, for their focal point, siren calls, sexual tactics, gaining attention and lured by temptation, okay? And this could be the energy of what's kind of, energy of siphoning. This message can go all kind of ways, right? Especially with the situation with the files or the Epstein files, okay? So later, cuddle session, intimate moments, escaping the world together. This is the energy of, like I said, they could be, packing it up and getting on up out of here, whether they are together or separated, okay? And one can already be gone, the other can be making decisions to leave, Last straw, limitations, breaking point, and overwhelmed. And surely that's the energy, right? Repo, default on payments, financially incapable, repossessed assets. So this energy speaks to money problems, okay? That just confirms that situation, all right? My boo, official status, exclusive relationship, seeing each other openly, okay? Well, I mean, they married, but I don't know. That could be energy around them, okay, guys? Knocked up, pregnancy, baby on the way, expecting, okay? Energy around them, not necessarily Beyonce, but, okay? Adulting, mature efforts, being responsible, keeping shit in check. This is the energy around her. I said she figuring some things out, okay? Crossing her T's and dotting her I's. On blast, outing personal info, being called out, public humiliation, and that is what's happening for them right now, okay? Penny pinching, financial struggles, saving up and budgeting. Remember, money problems, allegedly. Fuego, chemistry, intense passion, and things are heating up. And things are heating up in regards to their business, right? And what's going on with the drama. Flexing, showing off, prideful and conceited, flashy and boastful, okay? Could be pride energy. Viral, instant fame, going around quickly, gaining popularity. As this story, his game went viral. And we can say that they have been viral all weekend, okay? Or all last week, right? The focal point card they got is remember and awakening. Remember I said it's the energy with us, it's going to hit her instantly in a sense, right? So that's the energy around that. Okay. So now we're going to move into, that's that deck. Okay, so we can get right here. And we'll take those, okay? And this is the messages for this one. We got the teacups. So let's take it. And those were extra how they feel. I just grabbed, okay? Ghost, leaving behind, disappearing, cold, and no contact, okay? Remember that Neptune, Pisces energy, she could get messages, like I said, in her dream state or her subconscious from her angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. She could be getting messages. Again, ghost, folks getting the hell on and leaving things behind, okay? Disappearing. So watch out. That energy is strong. Ain't that interesting, y'all? Children, immaturity, innocence, and childhood. Making decisions around their family and the children, right? Adrenaline, roller coaster ride. Ups and downs, good and bad. Rush of feelings. Remember I said, they situation is upside down, and remember, it's ups and downs for them right now. It's good and bad. And remember, I said her energy and her feeling is all over the place. Obsession, holding on, clinging, can't let go, and anxiety, okay? A lot of anxiety in the messages as well. Fired up, fuming with rage, overwhelming, explosion of emotions, and very, very angry, okay? You don't say. That's not confirmation. Love, unconditional passion, genuine union. This is about firing up with rage in regards to this situation with her, relationship, this marriage. She pissed, y'all. Forbidden, love affair, temptations, flirting, giving into pleasure. That's the energy. It could be the energy around him, stuff how, allegedly can go all kind of ways, but he got going on, who knows? But all of it is alleged. And in my opinion, lust, forbidden fruit, non-committal, sexual energy, and tragedy. Y'all see that? And we just flipped on Kathy White. Lust, deja vu. There's history happened in the past, repeated patterns. Y'all see that? Revenge, retaliation, plotting payback, punishing, and getting even. Do that look like Nikki? Y'all. Some of these messages I ain't never seen before. Spirit, I said that. Divine aid, I'm telling you, her angel answer, she doing spiritual work. Look, protected aura, divine intervention, guardian angel and shielding. Remember I said divine aid in her messages, Beyonce. Sneaky, fake profile, hiding from you behind the scenes. Social media, she could be on fake accounts. Remember I said she paying attention to everything that's going on, even though she isolated. And you not hearing and seeing from her, right? And it's funny because that was right there on the top of those cards, and she already got the message of justice, legal matters, court visits, legal papers, and divorce. And divorce, guys. Allegedly. Bottled up illusions, keeping things inside and not opening up, deception. Okay? Haters are around, and that is another energy that they got around her and her family, right? Haters, okay? Got sexual protection. This could be the energy of Jay-Z providing it for these people. Providing services in these, dark energies around all this craziness that's going on. Look, recording, announcing, expressing, revealing truth. You see that? Something about a recording. Bad choices. A lot of bad choices being made, right? I hate nothing about you. Okay? Be how he feel. Or she, energy. Envy. Energy around her. Copycat. Okay? Getting played. Manipulations, lies, and control. Wow. Some of this stuff I ain't never even seen come out, right? That's deep. And as we close out, we've been here almost 2 hours. So, family, I love y'all. I love this. I don't care. I'm finna go take me a smoke break and get me some water, drink a little bit more of my energy, my Alani, and I'm gonna come right back and do Nikki for y'all. We not stopping, okay? Closed off, guarded, and resisted. And yes, she is closed off right now, making decisions, using her third eye and clarity, okay? North Node, cosmic and purpose. Remember, a lot of subconscious, a lot of divine aid, a lot of messages, a lot of spiritual work, okay? Party, eternal. Party, see the women, see the ladies. Based on what we saw with the Epstein files. So Ace, fire. She got that message twice. So new directions, new beginnings, and how she taking action and moving. And look, it's right here. Action, courage, Jupiter, and beginnings. I said that just now. Look, Mercury, messages, travel, and communication. And all of that's been out around them all week long, every day. Travel is involved because allegedly Jay-Z could be gone. And allegedly she could possibly be, making plans in some point. It's about disharmony, triggers, and conflict that's happening right now in real time. Guarded and vulnerability. A lot of that energy around her with sadness, grief, anger. She all over the place, up and down, right? Just like that roller coaster card. Cycles, change, completion. I said that. Integration and union in regards to her marriage. Rebirth, winter. Winter is here right now, and this is where they are facing the woes. It's about energy for her and her going within and self-care. So coming out of that self-victimization to self-care, okay? And this is about transcendence and unity, okay? And the last deck we got, guys, in regards to Miss the Queen Bee. And I hope I answered y'all questions. If you got any other questions, please leave them down in the comments. Y'all, I really want to hear how y'all really feel about this. You know, I love it because some of y'all like, fuck that. I'm gone. I ain't fooling with her. And some of y'all, you know, gonna ride it out. So I love to hear how y'all feel, you know. Flexibility energy, adapting and overcoming, you know, a lot of energy came to them for bending without breaking, right? Hiding is strategy, not weakness. Y'all hear that? Strength found in the ability to yield and bounce back. Ain't that interesting? Speculation, a lot of speculation going. Ain't these cards funny, Spirit? And I said I wanted to flip this one. I don't care. We had 2 hours almost. It's an hour, but we almost finished, okay? So speculation, don't follow others' speculative advice blindly. They made you believe it's a shortcut, but in reality, it's just a waste of time. I know that was untrue, okay? So speculation going on, okay? All right. Escape. Ain't they escaping? You know I'm going to run up out of here. I cannot take it. And some of these cards, I just decided the decks to pull out. I got so many decks, but someone's like, pull these decks out. If you're feeling overwhelmed or trapped, I feel it too. When you're escaping to find peace, I'm doing the same. Our bond is strong and sometimes difficult to understand, okay? The energy of escaping, bad news, and they have definitely had bad news. A rapid escalation of events causes panic and urgency. A sudden crisis disrupts your plans and creates chaos. The unbearable truth weighs heavily on your heart, okay? Wow. Sudden wealth, okay? False security lingers in material abundance. Masking deeper voids, constant craving for external validation dims the value of inner worth, okay? Walls are closing in on them. Ain't that something? I know y'all finna get up out of here like, Erica, stop it. Removing the walls built by cultural differences, sexual orientation, or other divides that once seemed unbreakable. There is no more space for denial, only for resolution. The walls are closing in. Manipulation. Y'all see this? In my desire to keep things under control, I didn't realize how it was affecting us. Now I see the distance it created, though I can't be sure of it. It was truly my actions or something else between us. Manipulation. All right, soul family. Last card. Trap. Look at that. Trap. I fear you may be falling for a false flame, one that only brings temporary happiness. This will be the energy of Kathy White. I don't know, but or just whatever. Y'all take it which way y'all may, because it's a lot of messages and interesting for us to close out with that, right? So this one was on Beyonce, guys. I love y'all. I'm finna, like I said, take a break, and I'm coming right back with Nikki. So I'm gonna go ahead and post her now so it could be uploading. So y'all can go ahead and get Beyonce now. Just know, as soon as you see her come, give me about another hour and a half, because you know I got to do the cards, but I'm going to go ahead and do that one as well, okay? So, I love y'all, soul family. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, too. And don't forget to respond and let me know how y'all feel, you know? Because it's a lot going on, child. And again, anything else y'all want to see, want to know, put it in the comments. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace and love, soul family. Thanks for watching The Common Corner Show. Peace and love, soul family, and I'll see you guys in the next one.